Valve has officially entered the console market. Kind of. The new Steam machine is technically a small form factor PC, but with SteamOS, I think I'd consider it like the Valve equivalent of a console. This is their answer to the PlayStation and Xbox, and admittedly kind of looks like you just took a hydraulic press or chopped an Xbox Series X in half. Proton now is in a state where you can at least run most games, and a lot of them run pretty good. Valve has said this new Steam machine is 6 times as powerful as a Steam Deck, which means it should be pretty good performance-wise. And honestly, I'm surprised with how small they are able to get this machine, and what's even more crazy is most of what's inside is the heatsink. Valve said when they were designing this new Steam machine, they started with the fan. Since they knew the amount of heat that they would need to displace, they could design the fan and then the rest of the box around it, and somehow managed to fit it all in a 6x6x6 cube. Specs-wise, the Steam machine has a semi-custom 6-core AMD Zen 4 CPU, 16 gigs of DDR5 RAM, and a semi-custom RDNA 3 GPU with 8 gigs of VRAM. Digital Foundry has some more info on this and has said that the GPU should be comparable somewhere in between the AMD RX 6600 XT and the RX 7600. But Valve has said that it might not be a direct comparison because of their custom software and power tuning. The 8 gigs of VRAM is a little worrisome because several brand new games have been requiring a minimum of like 12 gigs of VRAM to run or something similar because of all the textures and everything else in the game. So hopefully Valve has thought this through, I'm assuming they have, but it just worries me because a lot of people have been trying to move away from just 8 gigabytes of VRAM in 2025. There will be 2 different models of the Steam machine. The first one comes with 512GB M.2 2230 drive, but there is room inside for a standard 2280 size drive. I'm not saying there's technically room if you want to try and cram it in there. There is literally a mounting hole for an M.2 2280 drive. So that definitely helps with us being able to go out and buy our own SSDs and replace the one in the system maybe for a little bit cheaper and maybe a little more storage too. I have heard that if you open up the Steam machine, it uses laptop RAM, so you should be able to upgrade it to 32 gigs for yourself even if Valve doesn't do a SKU like that. I understand they're trying to be price conscious and make it so that the Steam machine isn't too expensive, and I think that's good. With all the prices of other consoles going up and the price of RAM going up, it would be nice to see Valve undercut the other manufacturers just a little bit. They need to get the price of this thing right. If it's priced too high, it might not sell very well, or if it's priced the same as a PS5 Pro but doesn't perform the same, that will probably be an issue.